Everyone has heard of the classic scenario that people dream of, raising their children in a small town with a wraparound porch and a white picket fence. Is that what you dream of? I see myself in a situation like that someday. Kids playing in the fenced-in yard while my husband and I are sitting on the porch drinking iced teas and watching our beautiful children. That would be the ideal life for me. But now picture that and throw in a highway, speeding cars, emergency sirens, dark alleys with homeless people, and muggings, class sizes over 300, and smog. That is no longer my quiet little house in the rural town. What I just listed are some examples of living in a big city. Previous to that were the advantages of living in a small town. The purpose of this speech is to persuade people to raise their children in a small town, and that's how they should be raised. I will show the benefits of small town schooling, the family type atmosphere, and finally the disadvantages of raising your children in a large city. When I think about the benefits of raising your children in a small town, the first thing that comes to mind are the advantages with the school system, academically, and through the activities. Having an opportunity to be raised in a small town all my life, I've seen these firsthand. Small town schools have many things to offer for their students. Students are a name, a background, and a person, as opposed to just another number in the line. Students and teachers are treated with respect and establish a friendly atmosphere in their classroom and can help the students be successful. In a small classroom, students are more likely to learn the material because either they can offer one-on-one help in and outside of the classroom. Researchers are also beginning this new research project called the STAR Project, which stands for Student-Teacher Achievement Ratio. An article by Ron Ehrenberg speaks about how this program seems to be working, especially for children in the lower grades. Another reason small town schools are better is the students' opportunity to be involved in almost anything they choose. These smaller schools allow people to be involved in extracurricular activities outside of the classroom. These students don't feel great amounts of pressure to be successful because everyone is given a chance to try and enjoy themselves and have a fulfilling experience. Also, these students aren't limited to just being athletes or musicians, but they are able to do both. What is great about this is it creates less separation and more unity within the school system, creating less drama and cliques. Also, according to Deborah Meyer, the data are clear that smaller schools, fewer the violence and as well as vandalism and just plain rudeness. Strangers are easily spotted and teachers can respond quickly to a student who seems to be on the verge of exploding. Small schools offer what metal detectors and guards cannot: the safety and security of being where you are well known and the people who care for you. If you are considering living in a small town, there are a few things that will be slightly overwhelming, but eventually a luxury you appreciate. Once you move to a small town, you're automatically considered a member of the community, which includes many things. Most small towns will take a new couple and family and nurture them as they become a part of their village family. According to Associated Content, living in a small town of America gives people the chance to get to know their neighbors more easily. With a population of 5,000 people or less, it's more likely that you will run into the same people again and again. People know one another and can help create a sense of community that is hard to find in a large city where people would rather be secluded. There are many things that are to a person's disadvantage if they are living in a large city. Children are forced to grow up much faster than they normally would in a small community. In urban areas, children are exposed to crime and vandalism on a daily basis, whereas children in smaller cities don't even see vandalism. They are also exposed to drug and alcohol and gangs. Also, the air in the cities is very unhealthy due to the abundance of factories and warehouses, and water is very bad there and has to have appropriate measures taken in order to ensure the safety of the drinker. These are some of the disadvantages of living in a large city. Hopefully, by seeing the disadvantages of the city and many great things about small town life, you will have opened your ears and minds to joining a small community because of the great small town life activities such as academic and school benefits, also the family you receive when you join the community, and hopefully you will make yourself live in a small town with a wraparound porch and a white picket fence.